The Milwaukee Admirals open up Calder Cup playoff action on Friday night as they travel to Grand Rapids to take on the Griffins. The Griffins beat the Admirals in the season series 7-5. Milwaukee going 5-6-1 against Grand Rapids. But Milwaukee had the third best record in the AHL on the road and set a franchise record this year with 23 wins on the road. As a matter of fact, the Admirals went 3-3 in Grand Rapids this year after losing 10 straight dating back to January 31st, 2015. Milwaukee has won 3 of the last 4 in Grand Rapids, and Admirals head coach Dean Evison says the team is feeling pretty good about themselves.
I think playing on the road, we're confident. That's an area that we're excited about this year, that our group has played as well on the road as we have at home, and that doesn't always happen. And when you get a group that does that, it tells you that they don't care where they play. And we've talked about that before too, is that it doesn't matter when, where, or what time, we're going to play when the pucks drop. So that's going to give us a good opportunity to play well on Friday night to start it. The group is close this year, and yes, we've got some veteran people, but a few more veteran people in the Smiths and the Parties that have been around the game and this league and the National Hockey League. So it's given us a real close-knit group because of those guys. They've taught, and you and I have talked about it a lot, and certainly at the start of the year, that almost from day one this group was a close-knit group. Mike Leombas comes to mind, coming back and just being a really good team player. Adam Perrell, another assistant. So, I could go through the lineup of our older guys that have really provided us with a nice atmosphere, not only to play hockey games, but on and off the ice.
Now, last season, the Admirals, of course, did not win after that 10-game losing streak, did not win a game in Grand Rapids. They were also swept in the first round of the Calder Cup playoffs, even though Milwaukee won the Central Division title last year with 48 wins. But forward Adam Perrell says this is a different year.
Last year, I know it was a sweep, but, every game was a really tight game. And, it was just, I feel like a few mental mistakes that kind of bit us. And, I think we just want to make sure we want to play a repetitive, almost a boring game, but chip pucks in, keep it simple, keep pucks out of the middle. You don't want to, hand them anything for free. You have to earn everything they're going to get. We got a different team. I think, we got, our team's probably a little bit older than we were last year. We have a pretty good core leadership group, and all the guys that were here last year got that playoff experience. They got that taste, and I think guys are more hungry to make a longer run this year.
Now, when the playoffs begin, expect to see a heavy dose of Marek Mazanec in goal for Milwaukee. He had a 3.5 goals against average against the Griffins this year and an .887 save percentage. Jared Coro should get the bulk of the starts for Grand Rapids. He was 3-3 against Milwaukee with the goals against at 2.5. Eddie Pasquale actually had the better numbers against Milwaukee, going 4-1 against the Admirals this year with 2 shutouts. But again, expect Coro, who played 14 games in the NHL for the Detroit Red Wings, to get the bulk of the work for the Grand Rapids Griffins. Milwaukee's top 2 scorers in the season series, Pontus Aberg and Kevin Fiala, they're not with the Admirals. They're scoring goals and playing games right now for the Admirals' parent club, Nashville Predators, in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So the Admirals will have to do without those two, but they've made do with a lot of young players on this team.
They've been rookies and they've been younger guys, but when we get on the ice, everybody's on the same page. Everybody's on the same level. And I think a lot of it goes to the fact that we've never really treated them any differently as people. We've always, as people, we've always, looked out for each other. We try to pick each other up when, somebody's having a tough stretch. Sometimes, their goal scorers aren't scoring, or, her goalie might have had a bad game or something. There's always somebody going by and making sure that, they're staying positive, make sure they're getting their game back going. And like I said, that goes to everybody. Everybody kind of has their own buddy on the team, and own guys that they go to for advice, and guys they look up to. So I think that's important. Guys are rookies, and they're going. Guys are going to make mistakes. I make mistakes just as well as a first-year guy does, and I think that level playing field that we've created in the room, the culture that we've created, that we're all on the same level, we're all on the same page, and nobody's really put themselves bigger than a team.
Face-off on Friday between the Admirals and the Griffins is at 6 o'clock Central Time. Pre-game coverage will start at 5:30 on Sports Radio 105.7 FM The Fan. We invite you to come down to Major Goolsby's on Friday night to watch the Admirals and Griffins on AHL Live. Again, that game faces off at 6 o'clock. And then on Sunday, the Admirals and the Griffins will play at 3 o'clock in Game 2 of the Best-of-5 series. You can watch that game at Buck Bradley's. For more information about anything with the Admirals, including the upcoming home game on Wednesday the 26th, go to MilwaukeeAdmirals.com.